You guys, this is Christina with Leads and Leverage, and I help real estate agents create more time, make more money, and love every minute of the journey. Today, I'm here with you because I'm doing a 7-part series called The Vault, and I'm going to be walking through all of the main struggles that you guys as real estate agents have using Facebook for your real estate business. Struggles like, let's see here. How do you find real estate leads on Facebook? How do you get in front of the right people at the right time? What should you be posting that people actually like and are interested in? How do you turn your page likes into closings? How do you get more reach and engagement on your posts without having to pay more money? How do you follow up the leads that you are getting so that they don't end up in the not interested pile? How do you do all of this when you don't have more time, you don't have the extra money, and you aren't techie? Well, that's what I'm diving into through this entire series. So I've got the series available for you. This is training number 2. Over the next week or so, we'll be doing all 7 trainings. They will be available and up for you until Saturday, July 7th. So right now, they're all free, and then I'm going to take them down and put them behind the membership doors. But what I want to do, I'm not selling the membership in this. You don't have to worry about that. But what I want to do is I want to talk today about your posts, your content, the stuff that you put on the page. Yesterday, we talked about your page setup and the essence of your page and why most of your pages just aren't doing anything for you, aren't getting any results, etc. So you can go back and watch that. The link is in the description for this video. You can go back and watch that one. But today we're going to talk about the posting, your content. What do you post to get people to engage with you, etc. And as a gift, I have the Facebook page posting schedule. It's a calendar. We're going to walk through that today. It is actually at a separate link. It's not via Messenger today, but it's at a separate link. You'll have to put in your email address today. I'm sorry, I didn't have anybody help me set up the mini chat today or the Messenger chat to get this to you today. So I still wanted you to get it. So you can go to that link and you can get the Facebook posting schedule. Hi, you guys. Hi, Indy. Anybody else joining me, say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what I want to know is really kind of what your biggest struggle is. I know yesterday a lot of you shared with me the different struggles that you have, and you wanted to help shape this series. Guess what? I'm asking that again today. So if you're new with me or just kind of popping in for the first time, or you popped in yesterday and you didn't let me know, please do me a favor. Share with me what your struggles are when it comes to using Facebook for your real estate business. If it's one of the struggles that's mentioned in the description, go ahead and say it again so I know that there's more than just a few people that have that same struggle. I know a lot of you guys have the same struggles. But if you have a new struggle or you need something a little bit more specific, please put it in the comments so that I can help you over these few sessions. Hi, Lori. Hi, April. Hi, Jackie. You guys are awesome. Hi, guys. So today, like I said, I want to talk about your posting and your content. And I think this is one of the ones that actually surprised me, how many agents struggle with this one. Why did it surprise me? I don't know. I guess I really was kind of trying to think about that because I just figured it's pretty easy to figure out what people actually like in general, what people like to see. But then I realized that we forget, we like have this disconnect between people that we're with in real life and the questions that they ask us and different things like that related to real estate versus virtual. It's like we maybe have a roadblock or a barrier. And so then we just start like throwing out kind of what I call canned crap. We'll do something like national statistics or even just local statistics, forgetting that our audience that's on Facebook, there's only very, very few of them that may be in that kind of 6-month window of actually buying or selling at any given moment. So what do you put on your page to be able to engage them over time, over years, when they're not actively buying and selling? How do we keep their attention in this entire newsfeed, all of this stuff that they're getting thrown at them? How do we keep their attention so that they want to stay connected to our page, stay connected to us, have a conversation with us, even so they'll refer people to us? How do we do that? And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to go into this. So my question for you is, hi guys, hi everybody. Do you struggle with what to put on your page? Like what to post, what to put on there? And then also, do you struggle with hearing about the Facebook algorithm changes and all the things that they say you should be doing or you shouldn't be doing? Do you feel like it's like this labyrinth, this game that you have to constantly play? Let me know in the comments below if that is a struggle for you, because I know it is even for my members. When we give them information and give them stuff to do, it's still a struggle because we feel like we have to game the algorithm or stay ahead of the algorithm. And I'm here to show you today that you don't have to game anything. In fact, here's the best part. If you are consistent and you use the posting schedule that I'm giving you in the link below, if you use that posting schedule and you're consistent and never fail to put something up, that is 80% of the game. And then you have to make sure it's stuff that people are interested in. I give you on that posting schedule, I give you ideas on there. Hi, Michael. So I want to make sure you guys are putting things out that people are interested in ways that they're interested in them. I think sometimes we just want to hand over the content on our page to a vendor or an assistant or a VA or things like that, because we don't see the value of being the voice on that page. We think of it as just like running ads in a newspaper. Again, you need to watch video number 1 to really get what I'm saying here. But your Facebook business page is the virtual you. It is literally you in virtual form. So you want to make sure that that page sounds like you, that that page is having conversations like you would have conversations. I mean, would you stand around in a room of a whole bunch of people and just say, new blog post, link, national stats, link, home tour, link, new listing, link? Would you stand around in real life and actually do that? That's what we do on our pages. We just throw up stuff because we just think if we just throw stuff up, that's what we're supposed to be doing. No, we're supposed to be initiating conversations or even having pretend conversations. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So when you're someone who is you're an agent and you're in a room and you hear conversations going on and you're standing there and you have something of value to contribute to a conversation and it's open, you can contribute. So people have liked your page, they're willing to have you contribute. Do you just go new blog post link, or do you say, oh, that's interesting. Someone else was struggling with that same thing and this was the solution that they found, or this is a resource that they used. Or you don't know what to do here? You know what? I actually know somebody who knows about that. Here it is. Would you be more like that? Or would you just go, new listing, new blog post, home tour? See, what we end up looking like is that instead of somebody actually trying to initiate a conversation. If, for example, you know that people are struggling with, what would they be struggling with? Let's say people are struggling with they're feeling like they're going to be priced out of, let's get really into real estate. They're feeling like they're going to be priced out of the real estate market because that is going on in our market right now. So they feel like they're going to be priced out of the real estate market. Well, are you going to give in to that panic and fear or just say, yeah, you should buy now? Or are you going to educate them? So in the history of my market, every 8 to 10 years, we have this surge. It's typically because the surge started in California. This is our market. The surge started in California. People's home values went up. They sold, bailed California, came here. That's like literally, that's what happens. It's historic. It's happened. This is the fourth time in my mind that I know that this has happened. The third time that I've dealt with it in real estate. So I'm not in my mind, but stats. And third time I've dealt with it in real estate. So that is something I would educate people. And every single time our income has caught up to it. It's maybe taken a couple of years, so we end up getting priced out, but our income catches up because more jobs, more industry, more et cetera. Things, we grow. So do we just say, oh yeah, you should buy? Or do we educate people and let them know, honestly, the truth is, if you can't buy right now, you might temporarily be pushed out of the market, but this is historically what's been happening. So that's just a really broad example, but there's other things like lifestyle. Maybe people aspire to a certain lifestyle. Maybe they really want to live in a certain neighborhood. So we're not going to talk about buying and selling, but we're going to share what it's like to live in that neighborhood. What's it like? What do they have? Recreational vehicle, RVs? Do they have ATVs? Do they have swimming pools in that neighborhood, et cetera? Well, whatever they have, you need to start helping people with those lifestyle pieces. If it's swimming pools, do we need to create a resource list of swimming pool companies or pool guys or resources or whatever? Like, what can we help people with? What in our town can we share about our town or our city or our area that's home lifestyle related? What events, without becoming the activities director, what events would the person that you're most wanting to reach be interested in? So those are all local stuff. What could you go around and take pictures of? People like local, period. Plain and simple. They like local. They also like home tours and DIYs and remodels, etc. They're totally not interested in national stats. National stats mean absolutely nothing to them because they can't translate them. They have no idea. And if you can't translate them, knowing, okay, this is what's happening nationally, but honestly, nationally is meaningless. But I do know in our market, what happens in California does affect us about 18 months later. Typically. So I know that and I can educate them. Here's what's going on. Here's what, et cetera. We have about 18 to 36 months for this. Like, I can educate people on what's going on in the market. It helps people know too, should I sell now? Like, if I'm thinking of selling between now and the next 5 years, should now be the time to sell? Or should I wait 5 years? If I am thinking about buying, if I'm thinking about moving, if I'm thinking about investing in a rental, like all of these things, you can just educate people. So it's really, really, really important that you're educating people, but on a local level, and make darn sure you actually understand the stats in your market. You've got to know what the actual sales are, not just the little hot sheet thing that your MLS spews out to you or the little numbers that your MLS spews out to you. Because honestly, like, I look at those and I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really tell anything. Like, people, like, recently ours came out and they shared them, and I'm looking at them all going, okay, there's more listings on the market or less listings on the market, higher sales. But I noticed that the days on market had gone up like 10%. I'm like, okay, that's a sign that we're starting to see some pushback, that we're starting to see a little bit. So I would take that and go deeper, not just on the overall thing, because that MLS data is beyond our county. It's everything in the MLS. I would go look in our county and then by towns, and then I would look in the price points. So you need to know your market. And if you're not a numbers person, sorry, you got to become a numbers person. You got to know this data, because this is how you educate people. It's not about giving them numbers. It's about knowing without a doubt that you've got 18 months to buy or 36 months to buy. It's kind of like having a crystal ball in a sense. Now, clearly, you're not going to know everything perfectly, but if you know your market inside and out, the data, the numbers, you can see the trends, not just what people are showing you, but within niches, because in every time that there is a depreciating market or a down market, there's always a little niche that's appreciating. Always. It could be in down markets. It could be a very specific price range. It could be a very specific, like investor properties. It could be just land. It could be something's still usually doing good in down markets. And in up markets, something's still usually doing, it's pretty tight. So you just have to know the the data. You've got to know it, but you can't just spew the data. You've got to educate based on the data. You need to explain why this is important. And this is where you get their trust. So on your posts and everything, you need to be you on your Facebook page. You cannot use someone else, and you cannot just spew out stuff. There's always fun things you can do, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But you need to really be teaching people. And if you're teaching people and educating them, guess who's going to look at you and believe you and listen to you when you say Zillow Zestimates are horrible? They're not going to believe you if they don't already know, like, and trust you. They're not going to. I don't care how much data you throw at them. But if they know, like, and trust you, and they know that you're going to be you've got their back, then guess what? Guess what? If you have their back, then they're going to trust you when you say, the Zillows they're always off. And here, let me give you a real value compared to what Zillow says. And let me show it to you. So if you want them to know, like, and trust you, you have to be educating them all along on everything. Totally all the time. It's really, really important that you're doing this. Okay. So April says, I have way more to give. Way more to talk to you guys about. We have to talk about the schedule. We have to talk about what types of things should you putting up, etc. So I want to answer your questions too. But one of the things that I really want to make sure you guys are aware of, this series, the Vault series, is only available until next Saturday. It's only available live until next Saturday. So make sure you're watching these now while they're live, because we will be taking them down. Review video number 1. The very first video, the link is in the description. I give you the page setup checklist. If you go to that video, I give that away in that one. Today is the Facebook posting schedule. You'll want to grab that, because I'm going to talk about exactly when you should be posting and what you should be posting on there. And then we really need to talk about your consistency. What types should it be? How hyperlocal should you get? Using a third-party platform to help you post. What about your listings and open houses, etc.? So we're going to get into all of that today. April says, is it good to do blog posts and link to your website, or better to do a landing page of some sort in order to try to capture the email? So here's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're doing what is the next logical step in the journey. So every blog post that you write should have some sort of lead magnet in it. And that's really easy. I call that a content upgrade, and that's really easy to do. In fact, your blog post you could actually put it into a PDF form, and that could be your content upgrade. So you have an email option there. Now, when you're trying to get people to know, like, and trust you, you got to give them value without asking for anything. Like, you can give them the opportunity. So like right now, all these videos that I'm doing, you guys can watch. And that, like, you don't have to give me anything. You don't have to give me an email. Don't have to give anything. If you want the link magnets, you either have to connect a Ribbit on Messenger, or you need to submit your email to get whatever these are called lead magnets, the checklists, the downloads, etc. Things like that. So it's an extra step, but you can get everything you can get this stuff for free, for nothing. So you want to be thinking about that. When you're doing blog posts, you need to make sure the blog posts aren't canned. You need to make sure that you're actually giving value in them. And then let people know, if you're going to post them on Facebook, let people know why they would want to click through and go to that blog post. Like, why? What problem does it solve for them? What question does it answer for them? Then later, so your blog posts and your anything like that, no, you don't want to require an email. You want them to go. Here's another thing about that is you get the traffic. Like, you can pixel the website traffic. Like, for example, everybody watching the videos, I'm like, you're all part of my video view audience. So I'm not losing anything by giving this away for free without requiring an opt-in. I'm actually gaining. I'm gaining a video view audience. I'm gaining relationships with you guys, etc. So you need to be thinking about your next logical step in the process. Their next logical step, micro step. Andy says, if they are boring to me, they must be boring to them. You would think so, but some people just, I don't know. There are times where I'm just like, oh, that went horrible. And then people are like, oh, that was so great. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know on that one. April says, makes a lot of sense. What is the best way to build likes first to even get this info shared on a page if you're interested, if you're starting a new brand? So really what you want to be doing, April, is just really communicating with your potential audience. So you can build page likes. You can do it through page like ads. You can do it through doing things like this and then inviting everybody who likes it to page like it. So you want to make sure that whatever you're going to use to build page likes will actually get people to engage, like click like, etc. But you need to really be a source of information for people. You need to be a source of translation of information. There's a ton of information, but if you can curate it for people, very specific to their problems and what they need, that's where your value is going to come in. That's what's going to be huge for you. So let's talk about your schedule. So if you don't have the schedule, the link is right there. Every single day of the week, you need to have stuff going out on your page. It should be a minimum of 4 items to a maximum of 6. This is for real estate pages very specifically. Again, that's what the calendar says. You want to have varying types of content. So what do I mean by varying types? I mean, you want to have, if you can, I challenge you, a live stream. Not every day, but at least once a week, a couple times a week if possible. A pre-recorded video. These are yours that you've created. Of a photo, a text type post, a link where you share a link. Those are all different types of posts. So that's the tech stuff. That's the types of stuff. No matter what has gone on in Facebook's history, it has always been, people always excel when they have a variety of types of content. Okay, so link posts, video posts, live and pre-recorded, photo posts, text only. You want to make sure that you have that variety. Why? Because if Facebook thinks you're trying to game the system and thinks that you're only posting what they want to do, they adjust the algorithm constantly and then people crash. So for example, when a couple years ago, when text only posts were really push out there, people would start taking out the actual pre-populated stuff that comes in when you put a link in. They would take that out and make it a text only post. So Facebook went, okay, fine, we're going to change this up and we're going to do this. Now what they're doing is, in some cases, if you put a link in your post, they're giving more reach to the post that you allow it to populate whatever photo is at that link than they are to those people who are putting a photo and a link, so uploading a photo. If you don't know what I mean on that, I don't know how to explain that any better at the moment, but just know that if you try to game the system and that's all you do, you're going to eat it. It's not gonna work. You want to do a variety of things, variety of types. Okay, that's number 1. Now, as far as what kind of content, what do people want? Well, your number 1 key is hyper local. Get your butt out into your town and take photos. Get your butt out into your town and check in as your business page to the different businesses. Get your butt out into your town and start meeting business owners and do videos about their business and etc. Get your butt out into your town and start involving yourself in different events. And I'm not talking about the typical events that every single realtor goes to. I'm talking about go to wine tastings, go to like the pubs that have like games, like the World Cup or something like that. Go and find the best place to go watch the World Cup. Go to any local brew stuff. Go to, trying to think, if they have like a Humane Society event, go to that. If there's a golf event, go to that. Get yourself out of your little sphere of, every realtor goes and does this thing, and go out into the community. Like, be out there and share this stuff with people. Let people know ahead of time that you're going to be there. Let people know that these events are available, even if you're not going to be there. Celebrate the opening of a new park. Celebrate with the town about a new sculpture that's in the thing, or new things that the library has, or just trying to think of stuff off the top of my head that's all happened in our community lately. All of these kinds of things. Be a resource for the lifestyle of your area, to help promote the lifestyle, to help promote what it's like to live there. Get involved and do that. Join a board, join a committee. When you go out into town, share that you're at a store. Take a quick picture at whatever store you're at or whatever restaurant you're at. Take a picture of the food. Take a picture of the meal and share it. Say it just had this amazing blah, 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 wherever. Now, if it's horrible, don't give a horrible review. Just share. Maybe you can figure out someone who would like to be somewhere. There are places that we don't like to eat at in our town because the food is just okay and we don't like the environment and the service isn't that great. But then there are people that we know and love that absolutely love these places. So we'll just say, okay, what type of person would like this page? If it's not me, then I'll just say, if you like blah, 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 then you would love this place. So that's the kind of stuff that you want to put out on your page. That's the kind of thing people are looking at. You need to be hyper local. The other thing that you can do is you can leverage other things from other places. So people really like home tours. They like to look, they're a little bit voyeuristic and they want to look inside of other people's houses and remodels, etc. So share those. Share those, they could be from anywhere in the country, but share those. Absolutely share those. Give people a reason to want to keep coming back to your page. There is a Facebook page that I absolutely love. It's called For the Love of Old Houses, and they share old houses circa 1930 and older. And I really like looking at all the pictures that they share, etc. It's just fun to look at and do. And I'm like, ooh, because we don't have an old house, but we have an old house. It's like 50 years old. And so I like to look at those. What did they do in it? What's the style, etc. I just like to. I'm not buying right now, but it's fun to do that. So be that resource in your community. Be that person who shares that kind of stuff. Share quotes, share memes, share things that are related to your community, etc. All right. So I hope I'm not missing questions from you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on here. If you're watching this in replay, please let me know if you have any questions and put them in the comments. I want to make sure I shape the next 5 trainings around what your needs are, what your questions are, what your struggles are. I have the main struggles, but I want to create the nuances. Lori says, I got the email with the schedule, but the body of the email disappears within 1 second of opening. Well, that's just weird because I didn't set anything up that way. Sorry, Lori. I don't know what that is or why. That's very odd. I'm sorry. I don't know how to help with that one. That's very odd though. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, our next training, I believe it's on Monday. Our next training, I'm going to talk about running ads and getting leads. And all of these build on each other. So all of these build on each other. For the April, send an email. If you're talking about the email for the Facebook posting schedule, please send an email to Christina@leadsandlovers.com and we'll help you to make sure you get that. So if that's what you're talking about for the, and also make sure you put the right email address in. That might help too. I mean, I don't know if you did or not, but just, you could retry it again if you want. So Monday, we're going to be talking about running ads and getting leads. So all of these play on each other. We're going to talk about follow-up. We're going to talk about the best ways to follow up, how to leverage your time. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. And why am I talking about all this? Well, I want to really walk through a lot of this. I really want you guys to have the answers that you need to move forward. But I also have something that I will be releasing at the end of the week. It's called The Vault. At the end of these sessions, it's called The Vault. And The Vault is a lot of very popular trainings from masterclasses, workshops, and courses that I have done over the last couple of years that we have not promoted, and they're kind of in archive or retired status right now. So we put them all together. So things like the insane value in pixels, hacking the algorithm, the perfect first contact email, how to target your ideal client on Facebook, what kinds of ads to post and when, the Facebook ad strategy calendar, the Facebook seller lead generation template, email marketing, an overview of what to use and what to send, creating a Facebook advertising strategy for your real estate business, the coming soon funnel, how you can leverage coming soon listings, what to do with the leads that you get, cultivating relationships on your page, online and via email, ins and outs of posting listings on your Facebook page, Facebook page likes, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, the number one ad you should be running on your Facebook business page, creating the perfect ethical bribe or a lead magnet, the 4 Facebook ad writing secrets, how to write an ad that will capture your prospect's attention and compel them to take action on your ad. We're also including Facebook lead generator in that as well, and that is our signature 6-week course, and it'll be replays of that, and then the art of nurture, which we have never released to anyone outside of a bonus that was done in like 2 years ago. So the art of nurture, cultivating clients for life, it's basically the elements and layers you need in place for a successful, fully encompassing nurture system. So we'll be releasing the vault later this week. But in the meantime, I want to make sure that I'm going through all of these and giving you guys resources, giving you guys tools, giving you guys answers to your struggles through all of this. Hey, Julie. So if you guys have any questions, live, replay, doesn't matter, ask your questions. I want to shape the next 5 sessions for you. I want to make sure that you are able to move forward. All right, you guys, have an amazing day. I will see you Monday, and I believe Monday is actually Canada Day, isn't it? So you guys are having your independence celebration or your country celebration on Monday, and I believe that ours is on Wednesday. Well, I know ours is on Wednesday, but I think yours is the 2nd. I'm not positive. I might have the date wrong. Anyway, I want to say happy Country Day and happy Independence Day to everybody, but I will see you guys on Monday. All right, you guys, have a fabulous day. Bye.